Hey there, I'm Tomas, and we're going to talk about improvising on guitar for beginners. Let's do this. The first stage is we're going to establish the playing field. And mostly what that means, I'm going to show you the very few notes that we're going to start off with. Okay, the playing field is going to consist of 6 notes. Here they are. So I want you to play those notes with me. Let's start off with the 3rd finger on the 8th fret. That's right there. It should sound like that. Go ahead and do it. Whoops. 1st string. Now we'll go down 2 frets, right? The 6th fret. Then over to the next string, the 2nd string, 8th fret, and to the 6th fret. Got those 4 notes? Go ahead and play with me. 3rd finger, 1st finger, 2 frets down. Over the 2nd string. Got it? And then the 1st finger. Now these next 2 notes are going to be offset by 1 fret. So we're going to go over to the 3rd string, but it's going to be on the 7th fret. Remember we were on the 8th, and now we're on the 7th fret. But I'm going to use my 3rd finger again. I'm going to move over there. By the way, don't get attached to this fingering. It doesn't have to be this way. It's my suggestion to start off. And then 2 frets down. And that's 6 notes. So again, 7th fret, play that. Let me hear it. Okay, good, good. And 1st finger on the 5th fret, yeah. Okay, all 6 notes. Let's go. Start with the 1st finger there, 5th fret, 7th fret. Now over to the 2nd string, we'll go up with the 1st finger, up 1 fret. That's the 6th fret, right? We're on the 5th fret here, 6th fret, 8th fret. Then over the 1st string, and 3rd finger down. Got it? Now backwards. 1st finger, 3rd finger. 1st finger, 3rd finger, over to the 5th fret. Okay. Good, good, you got it. Now I want you to do that a few times, and then we're going to try playing just those 6 notes with a backing track. So now remember, this is just stage 1. So you're just going to play the 6 notes in any order and any combination you want and see how it sounds. So go ahead and start with your finger on any one of those notes. Let's say maybe that one's a good one. It doesn't matter. And I want you to play along with this backing track that I'm going to play right now. It's going to be less than a minute. So just fool around and see how it sounds. Okay, I hope you had some fun with that. And I'll bet you some of the notes sound good. I'm not saying they all sounded Jimi Hendrix quality notes, but I hope some of them at least sounded good to you. Now, what we're going to do is kind of take this up a notch. And by the way, I know that was short, and if you're having a good time, don't worry. I've got a backing track, a longer one for you that you'll be able to jam to your heart's content. But we'll get to that in a minute. Now in stage 2, I'm going to add something to this. You probably noticed on the guitar, I was playing 3 chords. The G chord, a C chord, it was actually a C7, but for our purposes, C, the root note is what we're after, and D, again, I'm playing a D7, but for our purposes, D, G, C, and D. Now, what I want you to do is to learn where those notes are within the notes that we're playing. The G is right here. That's on the 8th fret of the 2nd string. Go ahead and play that with me. That's a G note. So the idea is when I'm playing a G chord, you're going to play whatever notes you want within that playing field that we established, those 6 notes, but you're going to keep landing on the G and maybe even starting on the G. You don't have to. There's no have-tos. But you'll see that it tends to sound better if you use a lot of Gs when I'm playing the G chord. And when I go onto the C chord, you're going to want to play the C note. So where's the C? Glad you asked. It's right here on the 5th fret of the 3rd string. So go ahead and play that. Let me hear it. Good, good. Now you've got the G, that's the 8th fret, 2nd string, and the C. So again, when I'm playing the C, you don't have to play just the C note, but keep coming back to it. Maybe start there and add some notes. No particular set of notes, but just focus on that C note. And the D, D7, is 2 frets up. So C, D on the 7th fret, 3rd string. Let's review. G, 2nd string, 8th fret. C, 3rd string, 5th fret. And up 2 frets to D. Yeah, C comes right after D. Again, G, C, D. Now for this phase, I want you to access the backing track that I've given you, and you're going to play, again, just like you just did, but try to focus on those notes when I'm playing that chord. You'll be able to hear when I'm changing chords. I'm starting on G, I go to C, then back to G, and then I end on D, and everything repeats again. G, C, G, D. Now, I'll give you some hints, too, of the chord progression, so don't worry about that. But you'll see it very quickly. Your ears will tell you when I'm changing chords. So go ahead and give that a try now. Now, for stage 3, we're going to expand that playing field just a little bit. Let me show you what we're going to add to that. You've already got these notes. Now we're going to add a note by going down with the 1st finger 2 frets to the 3rd fret, 3rd string. And then over to the 4th string with the 3rd finger on the 5th fret. That's a G note again, by the way. You've now learned the G pentatonic scale, or more accurately, the G minor pentatonic scale. And I won't get into the theory of that for now, but remember that, G minor pentatonic. You know the G minor pentatonic. Let's do it together. Start there on the 5th fret of the 4th string, 1st finger on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, now to the 5th fret with the 3rd finger. I like to just slide up with the 3rd finger to the 7th fret to get that note that you already know within the 1st playing field. Now over to the 2nd string, and that's on the 6th fret, and now to the 8th fret, and that's your other G. You could stop there, that's 1 full octave. But, you can experiment with these notes. So go ahead and practice that a few times, and then go ahead and experiment again with the backing track. And after you do that, let me know in the comments how it went for you. Was it fun? Was it hard? Did you find this something that you want to experiment with more, or is that enough and you want to move on? Now, before I go, there's a few things I want to tell you that you can jazz it up a little bit. First of all, vary the rhythm. Instead of just going the same amount of time for each note, try holding some notes longer. See, every other note I'm holding twice as long. Or you could go faster. Hold. Now another thing is you can try other notes. You'll see that some work and some don't. I would save that for after you've had some fun with just the notes we've done. But listen to this. I added a note in between these 2 notes. Some will work and some won't. But listen, and that's one of the main points of this. I want you to get used to listening to what you're doing, not just thinking, am I in the scale or out of the scale? Listen to the notes that you're playing and decide if you like it or not. Hey, thanks for joining me today. I look forward to reading some of your comments. Hey, if you're into uplifting lessons and real guitar advice, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'd love to keep in touch with you. I'll see you again soon. Bye.